Well, I made it to my mom's place near Payson, Arizona. I say Payson, Arizona a lot because there's a Payson, Utah. It's definitely not Utah, it's Arizona. So Winston and I camped in the Durango area, just about like 15 minutes outside of Durango when we left Creed. And I wasn't happy to be there. I didn't do any filming because I was just bitter. Not gonna lie to you, I was bitter that I left Creed. And when I got to the Durango area, I regretted leaving, and I was like, I should have stayed another night. But you know, it's like then like another night would have turned into another night and another night because the weather was supposed to be beautiful in Creed this week, and that's what made it so hard to leave. But I want to address a few things. So a lot of you guys are awesome. So some of you said, Amanda, maybe like in a past life, like you were in Creed, that's why you're so drawn to it. That got me thinking. That got me thinking. Just because it's an old mining town. I'm a history major. That sort of 1800s, like late 1800s history is my focus. I love the water. I love the mountains. I am deathly claustrophobic, like afraid of like going into mines, which kind of got me thinking too, like that's different. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you guys are right. That's something I'm actually interested in exploring a little bit more, but a concept I'm not really familiar with, but a lot of you said that, so that's interesting. A lot of you also said, oh, Amanda, you should buy a place there. Do you think you would like live there, or you should just go live there? No, I don't want to. As much as I love it, one thing about like why I love van life so much is because I'm constantly on the go. Like I can go anywhere. And the thing about Creed is like, unless you're into snow, it shuts down for a good 6 months. So I was talking to Jim's son, Ben, yesterday, and because I had asked him if he and Jim saw the note, because I wrote a note and I put it into the Dodge Power Wagon, so I wanted to make sure that they saw it, because we connected on Instagram, and you know, he was telling me that they shut down the place around Thanksgiving, and then they don't open up the house until around April, and they go elsewhere in Colorado. So, and I'm learning that that's the case for a lot of people there. So, am I interested in buying property or a house there? No, because I'm not interested in buying a house or a property anywhere. I am a very simple woman. That's one of the reasons why I'm still in a minivan. I live my life so simply. I do not want the commitment or the responsibility of owning anything like that. Absolutely not. That's just too much for me. I want to go in my van, show up. I know that I'm always welcome at Jim and Ben's house. So they have further extended that invitation for me, and I told them that I'm actually interested in like, they were like, Ben was like, be careful, we might put you to work next summer. And I was like, you act like I won't. You know, I would love to like learn new things like about cattle and cutting hay and fixing fencing that they need to do in the spring. I would love that. Life is about experiences. So I want to be able to go and have those experiences and enjoy, but not be committed to responsibilities there. So I just like to get up, you know, and go and be in the van, and I don't want to have to worry about taking care of anything. I just don't. That's just how I live my life. I'm in my 30s. I have no interest in doing that. Maybe in the future. Another thing is somebody commented about how I should keep Creed private and not share it because people will come in and trash the place. And that's a really unfortunate point of view. That's a really sad point of view. The thing is about Creed is that you have to be going there for a reason. It's not like Pagosa Springs where you like have to travel through it if you're going to certain places. That's not the case with Creed. You really have to be wanting to go there and stay there for a reason. And because of this, I have found that I've never seen trash at a campsite there in Creed. Never, ever. Because the people who go there and they stay and they camp, they are there for a reason. And when you go to a place like that and you're tied to it and you love it so much, you're going to respect it. And what keeps Creed going is the tourism. It's a tourist town. So we need, well, I say we, like I own the place. Creed needs people to come in and spend money and to stay there and to spread the word, because that's what drives the economy there, and that's very important. Furthermore, it's not like, the local people are trying really hard to make sure it doesn't become a place that's over gentrified, like Telluride. Like Telluride, it's beautiful, but it's all about money and prestige and fine art and jewelry and real estate, and no one wants Creed to become that. So go and spend your money and do your things, but I would hate to see the land taken over by like these huge mansions and greed and entitlement and money. That's not what anybody wants. Go there, visit, spend the money, and leave, and pick up your trash. And that's been working for a century. So I absolutely love Creed, and I will be back as soon as the snow melts for an extended time. I plan to spend, don't be surprised if I spend a month there next year. Or maybe 2 weeks, and then I go somewhere else for a week, and then I come back for 2 weeks, and I don't know. Who knows? But in the meantime, my shoulders and my neck hurt from driving 7 hours yesterday, and I am doing my last load of laundry for the week. I'm going to clean up the van and spend some time with my mom. There's javelina outside. I startled them though. Yeah, they're behind Donna's car.
Hair's standing up.
Well, my friends, Winston and I are camping, and even though it's literally 100 degrees in Payson, Arizona, and it's almost October 1st, we drove about an hour, and we are north of Strawberry, Arizona, and it's like 80 degrees today. So I can do this, and I'm feeling like so much better, because my mom and I have literally been complaining about the heat for like 2 days. It's just brutal. It's supposed to be 115 in Phoenix this weekend. Phoenix is literally going to be the hottest city on planet Earth this weekend. Saudi Arabia is cooler by 3 degrees. Okay, so enough about that. I'm happy to be camping, and we have reunited with Aussie Van Man for the weekend. So just a super brief camp trip, because then I will return to my mom's in Payson, and I'll go back to the Phoenix area for a few days next week. But for now, I'm going to soak up this weather, and I know that my son is happy to be back out here in the woods. So this is a new area. I've never been here before. We are about 10 miles north of Strawberry. So let's get set up. Well, since the weather's nice and it's hard to get motivated to do anything in the heat, Brock and I are both cleaning, which is something actually he never does. So like, this is a miracle. But I got all my laundry and stuff done the other day, so like This portion of my van is pretty clean, but I'm charging up electronics that have been kind of sitting and I haven't charged up in a while, and I'm getting the inside of these shelves cleaned because I haven't done that, and just all these little tasks. Even though I'm going to be at my home base for a few days this coming week, it's gonna be 110, so I'm trying to get all this done in this nice weather. Hi. Are you happy to be camping again? Can I see you? Can I see how cute you are for everybody? Thank you. You're so smart and so good. This campsite is fairly spacious. It's kind of off a main dirt road, and there's been a little bit of traffic, but it's far enough to where it's not really bothersome. You could really fit a nice party of people in here, though. And it's more densely wooded than some other areas in northern Arizona, which I really, really like. Here's where we came in. I only have 1 bar of cell service here. Not an issue because we have Starlink, but also it is enough to run my high boost cell booster if I needed to use it. Y'all look, I have my hats here. Winston has his hat, his sheriff's hat. If you didn't see the pictures of him in it on my community page or in my Facebook group, oh my gosh, y'all. So now we have both of our hats hanging up. I want to show you all my project. So this was inspired by my sister. This is the Arizona Diamondbacks logo, the Arizona baseball team that I am obsessed with. I got this plastic mason jar at Game 5 of the World Series last year. This is a little succulent rocks, both from Dollar Tree. Okay, so my sister made this project. We both have several different Diamondbacks cups that are clear. So we put the rocks in there, put the succulent, but then I added lights, red lights, so it looks really cool at night, but I'm pretty stoked. It's like perfect size decor for the van. I'll show you guys later when it gets dark. Bronca's literally playing Christmas music and singing to it, and I have to deal with this. Like, fall temperatures haven't even hit yet, and we're playing Christmas music. We had a late night last night. I like a good party, my friends. You guys know I like to let loose and have fun. So that's exactly what Brock and I did last night. It was amazing. It was fun. We're moving a little bit slowly today. I'm hungry, but Brock takes care of me. So he made me a very delicious pita pizza. Let me show it to you guys. So he makes these little pizzas in his air fryer, and I'm very excited about it because I need food. And are you excited about it too? Are you ready for a snack? You ready for a bite? Mom's ready. It's windy, breezy today. It's gorgeous. Even though the dust is picking up a little bit, I'm gonna miss this literally later today because the plan is we are hanging out here for a little bit longer. Brock and I need to work on some videos, and then we will head back to my mom's house. Mom is going to make us some chicken fajitas for dinner, And tonight, Brock will head back down to Phoenix and I will stay at my mom's house. I'm actually working on a review for a new fridge, a new bodega fridge. Y'all, I'm super excited about it. It's really dope. It's the first fridge. I've tried Alpacool, Set Power, which is what I'm using right now, a different brand that's like F40T. Anyways, all of my fridges have been amazing. I reviewed a bodega last year, a small one, and Mom and I used it at her Payson house for like 6 months while we were doing the remodel. That fridge was awesome. But this is going to be the first fridge that I have reviewed that has a freezer. It's a dual zone freezer. What is it called when it has the? Is that right? Dual zone.
Yeah.
He just like appeared behind me, like that was creepy. So I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. And yeah, so even after kind of a wild night of partying last night, just eating right now and like doing my hair and starting to get my shit together, I am feeling better. I went to pressure wash the van this morning. That made me feel a lot better. You know, when you're driving through mud, especially, well, in Kalispell, during the meetup, like at the beginning of the meetup in Kalispell, Montana, I went and I did a quick pressure rinse on my van. I felt so much better because we had been in hail and rain and mud and all sorts of stuff. So I just went and did it again because last weekend in Creed, we had a lot more rain than Creed normally gets, so I was driving in mud. So I had mud everywhere. I feel so much better that that's done. When I return to my home base, I have a lot of projects to do this week. I need new brake pads, so I'm going to purchase them and Brock will actually put them on for me, so that will save me money. I also need to replace my cabin air filter. Not the air filter that goes, that connects to your air intake, but the cabin air filter that essentially connects to your air conditioning. I need to replace that. It's super easy. Chloe, what are you doing, you nut? My mom's poodle's being so funny. What are you doing? You're a turkey. So I need to replace that. I bought one for $10 on Amazon and I can do it myself in like 5 minutes. So a little bit of van maintenance. Whoop. And I just have like errands and restocking and everything, but I only plan to be home for a few days this week because then I will go back up to northern Arizona where it's only supposed to be like 79 degrees or so. Because let's face it, I can't be in this sort of extreme heat anymore. I can't believe that we are basically in October and it's still 95 to 100 degrees in Payson and 110 in Phoenix. I mean, it's just absolutely absurd. And you'd think that, I've been living in Arizona for 25 years, and you'd think it'd be easier for me to deal with because I don't spend a ton of time in this heat anymore because I'm typically gone. But it actually makes it more difficult because my body goes from 65 and sunny to 110, and then I get depressed and miserable and I hate it. So, lots of videos coming your way. Like I said, I have the bodega, I have the hiking backpack review. Prime Day's coming up, so I'm going to be sharing some other Amazon items that I love. But also, I will be doing like a recap of my trip, how many days I was on the road, how many miles I drove, how much money I spent, how much money I spent that I shouldn't have spent, you know, all that good stuff. So we'll be doing that and kind of transitioning now into this fall travel season. I might have a short California trip coming up. I'm not sure. I really have to look at my finances. I did not budget as well as I could have for this Montana trip. It was very expensive. But I will be hanging around Arizona more now that the temperatures will eventually start to drop. So I have a busy October ahead. And yeah, it's time to transition into quartzite season. I already have some friends that are making their way out to Arizona, which I don't recommend unless you're going to be up north because some people have said that they're starting to make their way out to quartzite. Well, make sure you take a good month to get out to quartzite because it's still 110 out there. So That is not a place you want to be. But so that's kind of what's on tap for upcoming content. And I'm going to try and make a video of me changing my cabin air filter as well, because it's the same for the Dodge Grand Caravan from 2008 on, and it should be similar, if not the same, for like the Town and Country and the Pacifica. And that's it, folks. I love you guys so much. Like and subscribe. I will see you next time.